We now get to, without wishing to sound sort of or have favourites, my favourite bit of this afternoon. Philip has mentioned about getting in touch and the invitation. It all came about because of one particular video which I was sent the link to, and it was Izzy playing a particular piece of music which is it the first one or the second one? It's the second one. Back in 2002, around the time of the Queen's Golden Jubilee, one of our church wardens, who was handy with the paintbrush and watercolours, decided he wanted to put on an art exhibition in celebration at the local library. My immediate thought was, well, music is an art, I'm going to write some music. Now, with apologies and not wishing to start any arguments over monarchy or republicanism, and with all respect to the territories and dependencies and etc., I immediately thought of doing 4 pieces of music for England, Ireland, Scotland and Wales. Let's say Wales, rain, nothing really came for that, so that one didn't happen. Scotland, I got part of the way through and I got stuck with the bagpipes, unfortunately. The piece for Ireland, I think, worked quite well. Imagine a smoky corner of a pub with 4 old boys with the bodhrán and the squeeze box and the flute and the fiddle. And Mr. Aiken's reel seemed to work quite well. And then for England, my thought was very old England. We have a programme, I don't know if it's come out to Australia, called Countryways, hosted by a chap called Jack Hargreaves, who's one of these real old boys who knows everything there is to know about the country, whether it's fishing, shooting, whether it's training horses, you name it, he knows all the old tools. And at the start of certainly one of the series of this programme, out of town, you see him going along the country lane in his pony and trap. And I had this idea, clip, plop, clip, plop, clip, plop, clip, plop. Now, it was only originally written for playing through the sounds you get on an ordinary MIDI keyboard. So I did it on the computer, you plug it into the MIDI keyboard, you hit go and it plays out from there. And it sounded all right-ish. At the time, I was also trying to collect some other pieces together that I'd written, just on spec to send off to a local publisher, hoping they might take some. And I realised that this piece probably would work okay on the organ, particularly just on the flutes. So I thought, okay, I'll call it Dance for the Flutes. I had to do a tiny bit of rearranging, sent this pile off to him, and of course, which was the one piece that got taken? Dance for the Flutes, the one that I very nearly didn't send, so I'm very grateful for that. And that has proved amazingly popular, embarrassingly popular. Some people may know that Richard McVeigh's Beauty and Sound channel, he did a competition a little while ago, Call for Composers, and it actually got selected for that. And I'm guessing that he must have liked it because in a subsequent video, he used it as the backing music to it, so I was very grateful for that. So that's the Dance for the Flutes. The sortie came about in lockdown when I just needed something to cheer myself up. Inspired, I suppose, a little bit by Louis Lefebvre-Welly's sorties that he got into so much trouble in France for. But again, it was just a piece that I thought was cheerful, and I think John has confirmed that. And it was... having been sent the link to Izzy's performance of it, two other organists had played it beforehand, but when I saw Izzy's performance of it, I genuinely had tears in my eyes, and they're coming back now, I have to say. And that was, it was taking the conversation forward from there, well, if you're ever out here, we'll get some churches open and so on, and it led on and on to this. And to yesterday, where, again, I'm going to blub in a moment, to actually hear Izzy play it on the Opera House organ, it was absolutely stunning. So, Izzy, as I said yesterday, it's all your fault. Thank you very much indeed. I'm delighted to say that. So, Dance for the Flutes and Sortie.